Back to reality.
I love that show.
It's very hip to be on the show.
Best show since no other show.
Happy Tuesday.
I love you guys. You are hilarious.
It's Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday.
I absolutely love you. You're thoroughly entertaining.
I'm very excited. It's Tuesday.
Another Tuesday.
Come on, it's showtime.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. Home, the latest feature from DreamWorks Animation, owned the box office in its debut weekend, landing at number one with $54 million. In second place was the Will Ferrell-Kevin Hart comedy Get Hard, which had a decent opening with $34.6 million, and last week's number one film, Insurgent, dropped to third. The first trailer in the next James Bond movie hit the internet over the weekend. Spectre will be out in November and will once again star Daniel Craig. Paramount Pictures has announced plans for a Marvel-style Transformers franchise. We're currently up to 4 Transformers movies from the creative mind of Michael Bay, with a 5th due in 2016. Like every other major studio, they're taking a leaf from the Marvel playbook and launching a multi-spin-off expanded universe. When Hugh Jackman announced his imminent departure from X-Men franchise, it wasn't known if he would take a bow with X-Men Apocalypse or the Wolverine 3. Now it becomes clear that he will save his last performance as the Clawed Mutant in the 3rd Wolverine flick, due in 2017. The Australian actor wrote on Instagram, "Wolverine, one last time. HJ. X-Men Apocalypse comes out next year." The Daily Show has found its new host, and it's probably not someone you would have expected. Comedy Central announced on Monday that Trevor Noah, a 31-year-old South African comic, will succeed Jon Stewart on the mock newscast when Stewart departs later this year. Noah, who has contributed to The Daily Show a few times, was chosen a little more than a month after Stewart unexpectedly announced he was leaving the program after 16 years. Largely unknown in the United States, Noah has hosted a late-night talk show in South Africa called Tonight with Trevor Noah. NBC is bringing back the 1990s sitcom Coach, which is NBC's way of saying that they've simply given up. George Clooney and his new wife are in the middle of a huge home remodeling project. Well, there goes that marriage. On Saturday night, in honor of Earth Hour, famous monuments and skylines around the world turned off their lights for a while, then turned them back on. From outer space, aliens thought that we were winking at them. Tom Brady posted a vacation video of him cliff diving. I know what you're wondering, and yes, his hair stayed perfectly in place. Scientists report that their latest calculation reduces the amount of time it was previously thought it would take if you could fall through a tunnel from one side of the Earth to the other. They now figure it would only take 38 minutes and 11 seconds. Wait, that means I could get from one side of the Earth to the other faster than I can get waited on at Starbucks. The Will Ferrell-Kevin Hart movie Get Hard is getting some pretty lousy reviews, which of course means that if it were a TV show, it could be a long-running CBS comedy. A 58-year-old Michigan man ate brownies baked by his teenage daughter and then thought he was having a stroke. Yes, they were loaded with marijuana. He'll make a full recovery, although he now sounds exactly like Willie Nelson. Speaking of Willie Nelson, he's introducing his own brand of marijuana. Yes, Willie's on the way to becoming the McDonald's of weed. Every meal will be a happy meal. Speaking of McDonald's, they're introducing a Big Mac clothing line. Of course, there's already a clothing line for Big Mac lovers. It's called a hospital gown. And in Charlotte, North Carolina, the new Fury roller coaster opened up this weekend. Thrill ride fans drop at a stomach-churning 95 miles per hour from a peak higher than the Statue of Liberty. It's almost like riding shotgun for Lindsay Lohan after a night of club hopping. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Check out the Being Frank Show starring Frank D'Angelo, live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on NSS.